Teaching kindergarten is something I love doing because I love the children's energy. They have a way of just being so excited about what we're learning that it's contagious. It's the best place to be.
Every class has a buddy class, and my 5th grade class this year is buddied up with the pre-K. Those little kids really look up. They think those 5th graders are so big and old.
I remember looking up to my buddy and seeing how they were to me, and now I look and try to act like I wanted my buddy to be to me.
It's a big change, especially when they come to kindergarten, from being in their local nursery schools where they're very close to their homes and parents can drop in. It's a change to come up to Riverdale, to ride the bus. It's a wonderful change in many regards. Children absolutely love it. They become a family on the bus. That trip up becomes quite a wonderful, exciting way of starting the morning. Then they arrive at the flagpole and we're all there to greet them. So there's a very definite feeling of independence. This is a wonderful school. It's closed. They can feel safe from going from one building to another and enjoy that independence and knowing that we're all watching over them while they're doing it.
Give me 5.
The classroom is beautiful in itself, but then our outside, our garden area, our playground is like an extension of that classroom. The door leads right out into the playground area, which is also the garden area. There's times when we go out specifically for just planting. We have a science table where the children are constantly bringing things in and putting it on the science table to study. What are some of the composting items that we put on this tray?
Banana peel.
We have a compost tray where the children put their leftovers. Then there's a child who's a recycler. That's one of the jobs. And they bring it out to the compost bin.
And this helps mix up all the food. When we're all done, we get soil.
Why do we call it black gold?
Because it's so good for the plants.
As a teacher, especially, there are things that I love to bring to the classroom. We have a take-apart table where we bring in things that have broken and they take them apart just to see how it works inside. We do weaving, which is an extension of learning how to do patterns. It's a simple way of working with your hands, but it's also an explanation of how clothes are made. There is very much that commitment to your community, definitely with the social piece. When we do things with the children, you can hear that they'll have different strategies, and when we share them, often other children will say, oh, that's a good way of solving that problem. So kids love the idea that they start to have this control and understanding of life. It's just very exciting to see how those passions grow.
I think the best way to teach kids to be independent thinkers is to give them lots of chances to work on problems and kind of look at things more in the sense of how do you approach a problem, how would you solve a problem, and you have to try to wean them away from that there's a right answer for everything or that getting 100 on a test means you're the smartest, and get them to kind of think on their own and take those risks.
So we are already creating what we call the background.
Each year we get a new responsibility and we have to take it on and work it out, and if we need any help we can go to the teachers.
We do think about helping the kids gain more independence as they move their way through Riverdale, and so in the 5th grade they go to all their classes independently without a teacher. They go to lunch, they are back and forth around the campus. We hold them accountable for being there on time. They don't have to get their homework checked by their parents every night. We really want to see what they're thinking themselves, so it's kind of that more independent model of being a little bit more on your own.
This will be helpful to any children. We've done this in the creating of the program.
What our 5th grade team tries to do to develop the passion is to think of different areas of study and think about what kids this age like to do and kind of hook the learning to something that they might be really interested in. Could you explain what a fragment is?
When you have a sentence and it's not a complete thought.
I try to always have extensions to things that I'm working on in class so that the kids who need a little more pushing, they have something else to reach for. Or I will have kids maybe explain something to a child who's having a little harder time grasping a concept.
20 hundredths is a fraction. So you double the denominator and you double the numerator too.
The kids have so many different strengths. A child might be struggling a little with reading comprehension, and then you give them some kind of extension where they can express their understanding artistically or using the computer, and all of a sudden you really see that they can access some of what they know.
Y todos ustedes, atención, escuchen.
The kids do take language, so they have an option of Spanish and French, and then when they go up to the middle school, they add Latin and Chinese.
Dame 10, excelente.
They can play an instrument, they can be in the chorus, and there is a play. They put on a big play, which they take very seriously. And of course, they have a strong PE program, so there's lots of different stuff to round out the academics.
We'll go around the table, we're going to say our charities, say what they do, Justin will write them down so we know what they are.
They have a student council, and they make decisions on different things from recess policy or community service ideas. They really have a chance to make some decisions that affect their lives and the lives of their classmates.
2 hours, 30 minutes dance.
The CARE program is big at Riverdale. It's children aware of Riverdale ethics, and they start learning that in pre-K, and it's reinforced every year.
I think the CARE program is a really good idea because it teaches kids how to care about each other, and it sort of sets up some guidelines for everyone.
It's a way to solve a problem. There are those inevitable problems where someone's feelings are hurt or feel left out, that they feel that they have a way to handle that so that they can go and speak to someone and they can get an adult to help them if they need it. We do think about the transition from lower school to the middle school. I think it's probably not as big a leap as some people think, even though it moves to a new campus and the whole idea of a new division. But we talk a lot about organization of binders and using an assignment book. We have the laptop programs for all different types of subjects and problems. So we really work on that kind of integration.
Good.
I think that I've done my job well if the kids are independent thinkers and if they feel comfortable with who they are as human beings. I try to talk to the kids about not comparing themselves to other kids, but comparing themselves to how much farther along are they on their learning path or their maturity path.
Working with math, being outside, playing a wonderful game of soccer, looking for worms. I mean, these are passions that children totally enjoy, and you can really build on it in a school like this.